week on Danu on Fire, I'm checking out the amazing bay leaf and I'm speaking to someone who is celebrating 40 years in this brilliant industry, the one and only Harpo. Welcome to Danu on Fire and we're checking out the beautiful bay leaf. I don't think you would have actually seen this magnificent shot because you might have come in the nights and not seen it. So we thought we'll place the cameras this way for you to see. All right, I'm speaking to the man behind this brand. He has been championing some fabulous restaurants in Colombo and giving us reasons to go, dine, have fun and enjoy. And that's one and only Harpo. Hi, Harpo.
Hi, Danu.
You're in your uniform today.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. All these people are wearing uniforms, man. I'll be
so
bored.
We are on the job, so we wear uniforms.
If I have to ever dress like that, I'll be bored off my mind.
Thank God you're not.
So welcome on the show, and this Danu on Fire is the second episode with him. I actually had him in the first season when I initially started. Do you remember when I got magnificently late?
Yeah, it was sometime many moons ago, I think.
Yes, it was.
Many moons ago, yeah.
Just wanted to say that.
Yeah.
So I came on time. All right. So Harpo, you're celebrating 40 years in this hospitality, entertainment, food, you name it, all of that combined industry.
Yeah.
One thing that I've always said is you evolved from what you started as 40 years ago to now.
Yes.
Did you ever think your journey will take this turn?
To be honest with you, there was an inclination that at some point it'll take a turn in the sense I was always working for the corporate sector and working in the hotels. My DJ career started when I was very young, just after hotel school.
With your afro hair.
With my afro hair and stuff of that nature. But I always wanted to do stuff with people, and I think, it has settled well, and, I'm enjoying it, actually.
Making the name Harpo into a brand, like, even for it to sell pasta today.
Yeah.
Was it a scary factor for you?
Not really, actually, Danu, because as you said, the brand had already been established, and it was a matter of how I move forward with the brand Harpo, and it has worked very well for me, and it continues to work well for me, and I'm thankful for that,
But we have all seen lots of things in life, but when you're in the part where you have to run entertainment, it's the first thing that gets knocked off as somebody's priority list. So Sri Lanka we are actually an island that has been tested and tested and tested to the rim.
Yeah.
Throughout all of this,
Yeah.
you stood strong.
Yeah, you see, there were two JVP uprisings, 71, so then 88, 89. Then we had the 83 riots, which continued.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, we continued that. I mean, that I'm sure you know that better than anybody else.
Yes, I was not around at that.
Yeah, okay, right.
Just want to say that I'm still young.
Yeah, so we had the 83, which continued till 2009, the riots plus the the war. Then we had the tsunami. Then we had a good time from 2009 to 2019.
Yeah.
A 10-year good run we had. Unfortunately, the 2019 Easter bomb, then of course the current
COVID.
situation we are in, you know. So yeah, I have seen, seen the whole thing, seen the whole gamut.
You are a book of history now.
Yeah, and also, you know, being able to survive all this
Yeah,
and being
true.
able to gain experience out of all the fires we have fought over the years and being able to, you know, maneuver this whole thing has been a great journey. I mean, it has been a journey with a lot of heartache, but being positive has been one of the plus points of this whole journey. So that has been the key of the brand, you know.
Yeah, true. But there's one thing about Harpo's brand. I have always said it has something so warm about it. I wanted to shoot at Commons as well, and later on I said we just shot something recently at Commons. But there's something about this place where when you walk into that place, you just want to sit there and chill and enjoy the milkshake and put on some kilos and go with happiness. How do you think that it has created? Like even your staff have been around for years. I call them uncle.
Yes.
That's a bit odd, right? Because
There again, Danu, it's been I've been very fortunate to have a good set of people with me over the last 15 years. Been running my own business, you know, and this will be the 16th year actually. And I've been very fortunate that way, Danu. And you know, like you said, you know, you come to Commons or go to any place for that matter, you know, the
You
staff
see a
will
face
know.
that's familiar.
Everybody knows you. Leave aside you. But what I'm trying to say,
they
most
have
of the
known me
people.
since I was in school
Yeah, so
uniform.
most of the people who come into our restaurants or wherever they go to, they are recognized by our staff. So that has been a huge plus for me. And the staff are, you know, like I said, the success is the staff. And at the end of the day, the customers also want to feel comfortable and want to be known, you know, and say, okay, hi, so and so.
Yeah.
Which is a big plus for me. You know?
Definitely, because I think that makes you feel so like welcome, and it's like sometimes when you walk into a place where they don't even want to ask you what you want because they know what you want, which is good and bad at the same way. You're like, whoa.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you walk into the Commons, they say, double chocolate
Yeah.
milkshake, done. Okay, so that's the key of it.
Yeah,
you
and
know,
which is remarkable.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
one thing I have to say here, so at Commons they used to have this milkshake, which I really like, their coffee milkshake. They used to have an XL glass, which was stopped at one time. And I was like, why? And now it's back.
It's back, yes.
I
By popular demand, you're
yeah,
right.
because I was so unhappy with the whole regular size. I wanted the bucket. We need to get into a break. When we do come back, we're going to speak more and also check out all the beautiful places that the Bay Leaf has to offer, as we are dining here, and we have some amazing food here at the starter. Just to give you a breakdown of what we have, you tell me.
That is prawns with coconut crust, and we have salmon with prawns here, and this is a spinach ravioli.
Yeah, which is quite interesting. I'm quite excited to try
Fried
that.
spinach ravioli.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going to try that. On that note, I'm going to wrap this segment. We'll see you on the other side. We're checking out the wine and tea room at Bay Leaf in conversation with Harpo on Danu on Fire. We're talking about his 40-year journey in this industry. Let's go back to the young days when you had black hair and a lot of it. So you got into, what was your first thing?
My first thing, after I left St. Thomas's, I went into Claremont Hotel School.
Okay.
While doing that, I had a friend of mine and she asked me whether I'd like to be a DJ. And I said, yeah, why not? You know?
Yeah.
And that was probably I was about 19 or 20 years old.
You liked music, but
I
you had to
always
play off
liked
it.
music
Yeah,
and
you
I
had to
wanted
play.
to do something with music,
Okay.
you know. And here was the ideal opportunity for me to, you know, get into some kind of entertainment. And that was probably, 1980. It was 1980, yeah. And here we are, you know, doing the down south circuit that time before the 83 riots.
How was down south in the 80s?
It was booming, we had all the big tourist hotels. I mean, the tour operators were there, the tourist hotels were there, not as what it is now.
Yeah.
Bento the Beach Hotel was one of the places I DJ'd in first, the Neptune Hotel.
So by the beach now we have so many restaurants.
Yeah.
Was it like that back in the day?
No, it was not like that.
Okay.
It was very different, But there were lots of tourists, lots of tourists, and the hotels were full. And so I used to finish my hotel school, get on a bus, and put my Walkman on, and take the bus from Peta and land in Alutgama at 7 o'clock. Get on a push cycle and.
Where did you get the push
There, the push bike was there, where the place has to be boarded in, a little place.
Oh, right.
And there my technician was there, and he used to cycle to the nightclubs and finish work at 3, 4 in the morning. And then, get on the bus, come back
to Colombo.
Come back to Colombo and then get to hotel school. So, slept on the bus.
Right.
So that was the fun time,
Wow.
So I did that for 3 years. And then came and started mobile discos in Colombo.
Yeah.
In 83, I think we did the first mobile disco, myself and the late Gabo Piris. And it was fun. And since then, the journey just kept going,
Then you went into hotel management.
Yeah, so by that time I had left my hotel school and then I started working at the Ramada, Renaissance at that time. One of the first 3 5-star international properties then. And I was the DJ at the famous library, Auxiliary Lounge and Music Room. And then thereafter I worked full time with the hotel, and then I was promoted as the first entertainment manager in a 5-star hotel. And
Was there a designation called the entertainment manager?
Yeah, that was the first of its kind.
Oh, right.
So that was doing the foreign management.
Right.
And they awarded me that designation. And since then, from the Renaissance, I did 10 years at the Renaissance, did various musical shows, coordinated various big fashion shows from overseas. Lubna Adams, who did the famous Vogue from India. Then we had some top models out of Paris. Lots of musicals, the Clay ones, which I was coordinating because the company called Shodif, which was also a part of the Renaissance where they were teaming up with us. And
do you feel like we have gone back now?
You see, it's a good question, Danu, because at that time there were lots of things happening.
Yes.
There were lots of things. There was entertainment, and it was also a tough time. You had the riots, you had the LTT,
and it was just
war going on. But there was a lot of entertainment happening there. There were lots of airline crews flying the country.
Yes. And I think we had more then.
I would think so. We were very limited at that time. And to come for entertainment, to come to Sri Lanka, high insurance premium because of the war. Aussie Visa landed twice in this country. You had like this at the Claydermans, you had the fashion show, you had you name it, we had lots of stuff. Danu Jalolta, which was ghazal singers.
Right.
Nobody had seen a ghazal singer at that time. So there was a lot of entertainment happening in the hotel, And, for us it was how we filled the hotel because people were scared to go out and,
And
so
to
they
be
had
in a confined space.
so you had to find an incentive to get people out. So it was all to do with entertainment, And so luckily we had a great team working there. And I was fortunate enough to be able to be a part of that success at the Renaissance,
And then you moved to
And
China.
thereafter I moved to the Hilton, Colombo Hilton with the late Mr. Gamini Fernando. And I was then entertainment manager I was also business development manager.
So now you are traveling with the entertainment manager badge on you.
And also now being elevated as business development.
Right.
So the journey was as a DJ, you started as a DJ, but then you kept on moving up the ladder and going up in a career, and then I became BDM for the Colombo Hilton. From there, worked with the World Trade Center, which was a part of the Delhi market, which was run by Hilton International, and there we were going to set up a business club on the 37th and 38th floor of the World Trade Center. Unfortunately,
there was a bomb.
October 12th, I think in 1997, there was a bomb, and that never happened after that. So then I left the Colombo Hilton in 1998 or 99. And then I set up the Millennium Park, which is now Excel World. The Colombo's first bowling alley, Dodgem cars, you name it. It was an entertainment complex by itself, and it was the place to go to. From food courts to pubs to pool parlors.
We collected money in school days to go.
Right. So you name it. So that was a huge transformation for Colombo actually, being the first entertainment designated entertainment complex with so many things happening at the same time. So that was a great experience setting that up and working there as well, So it was superb, you know.
So many things.
Yeah.
So many things have happened.
Yeah, so, you know, things evolved over the
Yeah.
years, and I finished that, and then I worked
You
in
had two
China.
yeah. How long were you in China?
China, I did some work for the Hilton International there for about 3 or 4 months.
And then you were also in another country.
Then I moved to Osaka.
Okay.
And when I was there only, I was asked whether I would like to come back as general manager. So the journey has been from a DJ,
Yeah.
and then you get into the corporate sector, and now you become, you know, the general manager of Prescott, you know. But the great thing was that I never forgot the part that what brought me to where I am today, you know, being able to mix some music and enjoy the music aspect of it, being able to make great contacts over the 40 years and being able to keep those contacts yet and not forgetting your past.
Yeah.
I think that's the key, you know, not to forget your past where you all started.
And keeping
you
it
know,
fresh.
and keeping it fresh and keeping it simple, and you know, so that was one of the advantages, you know, I had been able to, you know, mix with various kinds of people, you know, and that kept my feet on the ground.
Super.
And I was happy about that, you know.
Brilliant. Just before we close this segment, I really want to speak about the food. Harpo is known for his pizza, and this is this tandoori?
Yes, there's a tandoori pizza.
It's a tandoori chicken pizza, and we also have
nice salmon.
salmon. It's
Yeah.
just perfect. It actually looks like work of art. Let's get into a break. When we do come back on the other side, we're going to speak about his last 15 years, where he branched out to do his own and took up some big challenges. When we do come back after the break, just stick around. Welcome back. Our final segment on Danu on Fire. We're checking out Bayleaf, talking to Harpo, about 40 years in the industry, and now we're at the 15 years from today, dating back to 15 years. That's like 2006?
4 or 5, I would think. 5.
Okay, that's when you sort of took the decision to... Was it a scary decision? Because Sri Lanka, lots of youngsters are becoming entrepreneurs now,
Yes.
which is a great thing,
Yes,
because
I would
they
think so.
tend to
You're
support
right.
themselves, they follow their dreams and do what they really like to do.
Yeah.
But how was it for you?
I'll be honest, I mean, obviously there was a bit of a fright, you know, when you're working for a top corporate and you think, you know...
When things are like end of the month, you know.
Yeah. And, you know, you're at the highest pinnacle of the career, you know, being a general manager, and then you say, okay, now it's time to branch out, you know. But one thing I was confident about was the fact that I had already built up my clientele and people knew me, and the brand Harpo was, you know, to a certain extent was there, and people, you know, understood what I was doing all my life, you know. It was a bit of a tough decision, but I thought it's time to move now, you know. And when I did take that decision, that was the year the tsunami hit. And I thought, oh my God, now what am I into now?
Yeah.
But being positive has been always my motto, you know. And, you know, so my first venture was to take over the Commons Coffee House, you know, which is celebrating 16 years this year. And it was just a management change, you know.
Yeah.
And so...
There was ice cream there before.
Yeah, it was Movenpick, you're right.
Yeah.
That's right, it was the Movenpick ice cream parlor. And then we transformed the Commons, and I did the management, and then I took it over, and I kind of, you know, owned it now. And then it was the Bayleaf, you know. Bayleaf was 2005, you know. And then there came Cafe Chez, which was, I had that down in the Gandhara complex, you know.
True.
And
which
originally never kicked off really, for the simple fact. I mean, I liked the concept, but it was just a one-way street, and it was parking was difficult, and you know, did that, and then I, you know, went and started Park Street Muse restaurant, and from there we did Curve. A Curve came later actually. It was then the Dutch Hospital. The Colombo Fort Cafe, where we had the famous burger challenge.
Yes.
You know, we did that, you know. And then Curve happened, you know. And from there, it was pizza which happened, you know. Pizza happened is 14 years this year for pizza, you know.
And you took pizza to another... although we are Sri Lanka and we have this love towards pizza. No?
Yeah, I know. I mean, since then, you know.
I think it's like the Pang and Kali effect.
And when we moved in, there were only 2 big pizza players in the market, and international brands, you know. But today, I'm happy to see there are so many pizza parlors opening up, and which is fantastic, you know. And I think that's a great thing. And you know, so from there, then we started moving. In 2018, I thought, okay, it's time to get my name on the shelves, you know. And then we moved in and started doing the supermarkets. And we started our fresh pasta, our ravioli, our frozen pizza, our sauces, and
How do you-
lasagnas, you name it, everything is in. So we work with approximately 45 to 50 supermarkets right now.
How do you come up with these? Do you like go to bed and you're like, huh? Is it one of those?
No, it's not. I mean, I know why, but things keep inspiring me, you know,
Yeah.
and I like creating stuff, you know, and it has always been something I always looked at, you know, it from playing, like I said, playing music to doing anything, you know, everything, you know, it's a story, you know, in my life,
Yeah.
everything has been a story.
Can
And
you cook?
Yeah, I mean, hotels cook. I'm not
Yeah.
a great cook. I mean, probably I can cook, but not one of these fancy chefs. But you know, it gets me where I want to get to.
Yeah,
you
at
know?
least you know how it should be.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I mean, I love my food, and it's a nice tiramisu.
I know, I'm just trying to like.
And that's the famous baked
I
at the
know.
Bay Leaf, you know,
I
which is
will
excellent.
go with this
Yeah,
one
please
now.
go ahead
Yeah.
and have it. And yeah, so it's been that, and you know, I've had my hotel school as well, where I, you know, been about now 8 to 10 years since I have my hotel school, which is down south. And I've obviously passed out more than 500 students, and all have got employment, you know.
Yeah.
And that's something I thought I need to give back into the
Yeah.
industry, and yeah, it's worked well for me. And a lot
But you
of
have
the-
always been someone who has contributed towards the arts a lot, like anything to do with entertainment.
Yeah,
could
Danu.
be
I mean, I always
tickets.
feel that this country, you know, doesn't help the arts a lot.
And so much of talent. And so much of talent.
Yeah, absolutely. There's so much of talent, and anyway, anytime someone comes and says, "Can you sponsor this? Can you sponsor that?" I always tell my PR team, I think we need to support these guys, you know, and in whatever way we do, we support a lot of
Yeah.
other stuff as well over
It's
the,
like
over the
when you
years.
go to the Lionel event, you have to come to Commons. It's just like you have no choice. It's a part of the deal now. Like from when we had rehearsals, we'll go to Commons.
Yeah.
And after the play is done, we'll come to Commons. I think you would have hosted the highest amount of cars.
I would think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I would think so. Over the years, I have done a lot.
Yeah, and most of the tickets will have like a 15% discount at the back or 20% discount.
Yeah.
And especially like after Sheikh's drama competitions, going to Commons was the thing because it's a
Yes.
highlight. If you have made it to the finals from semis, you celebrate there.
Yes.
Yeah, so it was part of our school life
Yeah,
as well.
so we offer that to, you know, we offer discounts in various restaurants, you know. And saying that, the Curve, I mean, for the first tapas bar in Colombo, you know, and where we had a lot of great entertainment there, and we yet continue to have great entertainment there,
Definitely.
you know.
The amount of singers who have performed.
Yeah, I know. When we did Dylan and them from Hong Kong with Umara, I
Yeah.
think, you know, it was a
That was
fantastic, amazing, you know.
Oh, Umara singing there can be heard all the way to the car park.
Yeah, and then we had A-Team perform there,
Yeah.
which is a big band. And like that, we have had lots of bands who have blossomed out and today who are doing well, you know.
Correct.
And a lot of the young musicians as well. So, you know, it's interesting to now be able to sit back and see these guys doing well. And, you know, obviously there's continuation in the business as well. And we want to expand our retail business as well. And we want to obviously look at bigger kitchens now and see that as a you know, the next step with all these crazy things happening around us. You know, it's been a tough year and
A
you
new
know,
year for us to like
Yeah.
realize and survive. Now,
Yeah.
before we wrap things up, just have to
Yeah.
ask you, now you are a granddad, officially given title.
Yes.
How is it?
Loving it and enjoying it, and I'm so happy
But he's
for.
scared to carry the baby though. If you do watch the stories, it's like they just scare Harpo by taking the baby. Ooh.
So happy for Ashi and Shehan, you know, and
You're like, it's too fragile.
and I love it. You know, it's superb, and try to spend time now with the little boy. But yeah, it's not the way you are, you know. And it's been great actually. It's been 21 has been a great year for them. You know, it started off well. 2/2/21 was the day
Yeah.
he was born.
Oh,
you know.
wow.
It's a fantastic thing. Yeah.
You can never say you forgot the birthday. No?
Yeah, I can never say exactly.
On that note, we need to wrap things up. Harpo, thank you so very much for hosting us. We wish you all the very best and another 40 years of great things to happen for your brand. On that note,
Thank you very much, Danu, and
Anytime.
thank you for the team for coming over.
it's always a pleasure. We will see you with another cool episode of Danu on Fire. Till then, you keep smiling. It's a wrap.